Hi everybody, welcome. We're making delicious shiitake mushroom fried rice today with some chicken, and we're starting off with some beautiful shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms look very similar to portobello mushrooms, just that they're much meatier and they have a very strong flavor and very fragrant. And as you can look at the top, it looks almost cracked here. So we have about 8 ounces of shiitake mushrooms that we'll be slicing thin. Now these mushrooms tend to hold their shape really well, so we're going to try and extract as much flavor as we can into our fried rice. We're using pre-cooked rice here. It's actually probably a day old that's been in the fridge, so it feels a little dry. We will microwave it for about a minute or two before adding it into our fried rice mixture. I have about 3 cups of just regular cooked white rice. Chicken breast or chicken white meat that I've cut into strips. Pre-marinated this with some soy sauce and some sriracha or chili sauce. You could add sesame oil. You could also add some hoisin or oyster sauce to the marinade. Just feel free, but don't overdo the sauces because they tend to be really strong in flavor. We're adding some green beans and broccoli for our veggies to get some nutrition in, and of course a whole cup of green onions. I have half a white onion that I've sliced, and we'll be using that in our fried rice mixture. So let's get started. I have an iron wok that's heating on the stove with some oil. So we're going to start by sauteing our onions first, and then the chicken. We're going to cook our onions down just a little bit. Soften it a bit before we add the chicken in here. As the onions are slightly browned and softened, we can add our marinated chicken. So you can marinate this up to a day ahead of time. So since this is white meat chicken or chicken breast, it doesn't need a whole lot of cooking. It cooks pretty fast, and if you overcook it, it's going to get tough. So we're just going to cook it very lightly till it's just about cooked and it has some of that liquid or some of its juices still in the pan. As you can see, the chicken is cooked. It is tightened up a bit, so you know it's cooked, but it's still tender. So I'm going to start taking it out and placing it in a bowl. You want to reserve that liquid in there, and we're going to cook our veggies. We'll take out the rest of the chicken and then start cooking our veggies in the chicken mixture here. The chicken is aside, so we're going to start with the green beans. Saute this, then add our broccoli. Green beans are tougher, so they take a little longer to cook. We're going to saute it, cook it, but half cooked we still want a crunch. Then we're going to add some of our broccoli. You could stir in some sesame oil if you have it for flavor. Otherwise just regular cooking oil or a little salt to taste. It's been a few minutes and the green beans are probably about 30 to 40% cooked. We're going to add the broccoli. Again, we're not looking to cook this completely. I did salt the green beans a little bit. I'm adding a little more to the broccoli. We're going to toss this. And remember, we like our veggies crunchy. You don't want soggy vegetables in your shiitake mushroom fried rice. Just stir it. And when this is halfway there, we're going to add our shiitake mushrooms and cook that. That's going to release some liquid that will flavor our fried rice intensely. So green beans and broccoli are almost cooked. So we're going to throw in our shiitake mushrooms. I've sliced these as thin as I can. Now these are really spongy mushrooms. I can show it to you. See if you shake the bowl, actually it jiggles. It's really spongy and it's meatier than normal, so it's not going to wilt too much. It has a really strong flavor. I'm going to throw that in there. Again, a dash of salt and a sprinkling of water just to get, I want the flavor to come out. I want to extract some of that shiitake mushroom flavor. It will flavor our fried rice really well. So just give it a good stir. Cook it for about, maybe 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. When we can throw in our chicken and the rice. So we have some moisture that's come up from the shiitake. Now we're going to start putting our fried rice together. Starts with the chicken and it's liquid. Remember, our rice is really dry because it's been in the fridge for at least a day. Give this a gentle stir. You could add scrambled eggs, but I'm choosing to avoid it for this recipe. All of the rice, I microwaved it for about 2 minutes just to bring it to room temperature. Lower the heat, break up any lumps that you might see here. We're going to give this a good stir. Add some salt and pepper to taste. It's easier to break up the lumps when it's a little warm. So we're going to just stir this in. Make sure that the rice absorbs any extra liquid that the shiitake mushrooms let out. And once it's well mixed, we're going to add some soy sauce and maybe some chili sauce or Szechuan sauce, and we'll be ready to serve. Our fried rice is well stirred. So now you can add any hot sauce that you like. I have a bottle of Szechuan stir fry sauce, which is spicy, or spread that around. Some soy. Depends on how much of soy you like in your Chinese. Give it a quick stir again. And finally, before serving, some of our green onions for crunch. And we're ready to serve it on our platter here. The shiitake has a lovely strong flavor, and if you love mushrooms, shiitake is a great mushroom to add to your fried rice. Some chicken right on top, and a couple of mushrooms here. You have it. And here you have it, a delicious shiitake mushroom, chicken, green bean, and broccoli fried rice. Simple, delicious. I hope you try it. Enjoy.